Um. Right. We begin in Townington, where train has just pulled into the station, and Solstice and Paula, you get off, and you see Shrike is, for whatever reason, at the at the station. Um, you hear a big uh, hullabaloo, I suppose would be the best way to describe it, coming from the town center. Like, crowd is cheering, um, and getting this oohs and ahs in amazement. Rest of the town seems pretty boring.
Hello. That was an odd train ride. Hi, I'm Solstice. Do you know what's going on here?
Do I know what's going on or not? Not yet.
Um, you know that there is an acting troupe in town that is meant to be doing some entertainment.
Sick. So for your reference, Shrike is a shifter, which is like the kind of animal racy people from
Eberron?
Eberron, yeah.
Yep.
So she's got like those like bar pupils like goats have. And she's got really dark hair with like a big skunk stripe down, like white stripe down the middle of it. And she kind of seems a little bit indifferent to company, but kind of looks up as like, yeah, there's a act going on. I'm pretty sure down the road.
Actually, the act's right here. I'm Paula, and I've actually arrived now. And you probably, I can see that you're kind of like indifferent, perhaps, or like maybe you're like, I don't know, a little shy or something. But it's okay. Just treat me like a normal person. But do you want a signature? I can do your signature, as long as it's not on a check or anything like that, because I can't give you any money because I've got it all tied up with theatre deals and other movie deals and sorts of things like that. Kia ora.
No, sorry. Am I supposed to know who you are?
Just
Senor, I think they've.
it's
Okay,
you don't
so,
have your costume on yet. That's probably it.
hold on, let me take the glasses off. Right, so is that better? Maybe it was the eyes because you couldn't see because the eyes are the windows to the house or something like that.
Yeah. So, way better. Hi, Paula.
Okay.
I'm sorry I didn't recognize you.
And you said you're Shrike, right? Like a.
Yeah, Shrike, like a
That's
bird.
like a bird. Yeah, I love that. That's bloody exotic. Love it.
Thanks.
So this gig is this a gigorama event theatre troupe.
Yeah,
What is
just
this
down
all
that
about?
way.
Okay, that might be my opening act actually. So I should have a look.
we should probably look at checking that out. What brings you to Taunton, Shrike?
Just just traveling. You been here before?
Yeah. On our way through to the city, we were going to see the Celestial Diva. We did.
Right.
We saw her off in the end. She even gave me these keepsakes, and I hold up her cloak as I fold it and put it away. And I got a signature here somewhere. It was a lot.
Yeah. Sure. No, I don't have any particular plans in town, but I tell you what, let's. You seem real nice, but you know, if you're coming up and talking to random strangers like me, maybe you need someone to kind of keep an eye out as you're going about your business. I can watch your back, is what I'm saying.
Oh, is there something on it?
There might be.
Jealousy. There's jealousy in your back. I think. Jealousy on everyone's back. 'Cause I'm pure stardom personified. Now let me ask you a question, Shrike. Have you ever seen someone dissipate into a cloud of mysterious vanishment? Because I've seen that. A whole diva did that. She didn't even leave her gems. I've got to use those for revivification and stuff.
I tuck the end of the gem skirt deeper into my pouch. She was dressed as a chef the last time we saw her.
Can't say I have.
Okay.
Magic's not really my thing.
Oh, this ascended magic. This was like magicification, like 2 times magic. It's real mysterious kind of stuff. Blah, blah.
It was. Oh look, we're almost to the show. They're starting to crowd up.
Hello, fans. Kia ora. Meet and greets. 50 gold pieces. Yeah, 50 gold pieces. Just line up on the right side. Oh, hold on. Right side.
Paula, make me a either performance or persuasion.
Okay. Okay, what's it gonna be performance? That is a 17 on the dice plus 13 is 30.
Brilliant. We'll resolve that. Just give me like 2 minutes.
Oh,
Like
Okay,
little family thing just happening, but I'll be back.
no worries.
What?
oh my god. 30. Kia ora. Oh, so good.
Yeah. It's got a
keep
good
wanting-
character.
I keep wanting to do that because I do sometimes stream with like a bunch of people in the States, but I do a lot of like theater stuff, and so whenever they're like, you know, 5 minutes to curtain or like 5 minutes to live, I do want to be like, Kia ora 5, and no one will understand what I'm doing. Kia ora.
Kia ora's multi-purpose.
It's so
multifunctional.
multi-purpose.
Yeah. Kia ora.
Okay. Oh man. I always get really caught up. I don't know if either of you watched like first season of Critical Role, but there's a part of me. There's a phrase that they used that they kind of, I think they must have made it up, but they mentioned that it was influenced by Tadeo because Matt and Marisha came over and visited and like really loved the country and stuff. And the phrase is kaitiake. And there's a part of me that's like, did you just mishear kakite and you're just rolling with it? Or is this actually a thing that you've just created?
So, kaitiaki in Māori actually means guardian.
Oh, okay, there we go. They kind of use it like a greeting, so maybe they just use
no.
that word as a different thing.
Cool. Thank you for that.
Oh, good.
With a 30, you see the entire crowd of about 200 people. Towningston's not that big. This is like the majority of the population. They all turn around and is just staring at you, and they're like, "Oh my God, it's Paula! Paula!" And you are swamped.
I
Please.
step over behind Shrike and realizing the height difference, just sort of lower down a little bit. This is a lot. Get my back.
Yep. I'm gonna try and bodyguard the situation and try and keep, 1 meter distance. Back up. Everybody back up.
Yep. You notice from the other end that the crowd is sort of parting, and there's this elderly half-elf woman sort of just slowly walking towards you with this sort of tall, hooded figure in this like long, flowing trench coat following behind them. And the woman's like, Paula, we were expecting you, and I see you've got friends. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, I've also got t-shirts, and I'm gonna pull out one of those stinky t-shirts that we got from last time. Here's a t-shirt. Anyone want to buy it? It says Diva on there because that is what I am now.
Someone just like snatches it out of you and like out of your hand and replaces like 100 gold pieces.
Thank you. That was very kind of you. There's a lot of jingle. Okay. I'm just gonna start just stuffing the gold in my bra. Oh shit! I still got a foot. Does anyone want a foot?
Immediately it's snatched and 25 gold pieces.
25 gold. Surely that was worth at least 30.
Like 5 gold pieces hit your face.
Oh, okay, close enough.
This is the going price for feet on D&D.
What else do I have?
In Towington it is. Glennis is going to be like hurrying you up to the stage while like all this is happening.
Glennis
Shrike
again.
is like genuinely surprised that this is actually your gig.
I'm surprised as well.
I'm terrified. Paula is a thing.
I was big back in 2008 of this world, which is, I don't know. I might just be making numbers up.
I think if we're in Forgotten Realms, it's like 600 years in the future.
Yeah, it could be. That's
I'm ahead of my time.
Future. I'm the future of music and theatre. Kia ora.
Yeah. This little half elf is just still dragging you like up on stage to meet the rest of the troupe.
Yeah.
Is it Glennis from last?
It looks remarkably similar to her, yes.
Oh, Glennis. I think I remember you from last session. I think I remember you running off for another fan. Is that right, Solstice? Is that what's happened? Because maybe my memory is getting a bit fogged up.
Oh! You mean Glennis, my sister? No, I'm Glennis. I'm the director. That was Glennis, the other one.
Oh, her sister. She reckons her sister Solstice. Do you believe it? I could believe it. It's like a cappella, but believe it.
I'll make an insight check on her.
Yes, please.
12.
It looks like the same Glennis.
Were you twins?
She seems to be. Yeah, like she believes what she's saying. Like you get the sense that she's not being dubious.
No, well, I guess we've your word on it, so that's good enough.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you think, Shrike? Because I don't know, you seem quite intuition when I first met you, so I was just, maybe you've got some, like, intuition about this as well? I knew that word.
I mean, I got a 13, but I don't know this person.
They seem honest.
This seems like Glennis.
Okay, well that's best 2 out of 3, so I trust you. So what do? Do we follow this person, do you think?
I mean, you got a show, right?
Yeah.
Like she has an iron grip on you, and she is like slowly like dragging you along with her. Like she's walking, and she doesn't even seem to be noticing like if any hesitancy at all.
You're pretty tough, lady.
We should probably keep up a bit better. Is the crowd also tracking along?
You know, the crowd's just standing in place, like they're all wanting to see a show. They all seem to be holding their breath in anticipation.
I'll work my way around the side of the stage then, where it's less hectic.
Yep. Yeah, you see there's like a few gnomes, dwarves, and halflings sort of all, you know, just behind the scenes, sort of just either working on stuff or waiting to work on stuff. There's like, you know, a portable coat hanger with a couple of like costumes on it. There's a you know, light wooden table, couple of
Not to
you
be
know, props and
indelicate
such.
about it, but are the costumes sized for Paula?
Roll perception.
Can I roll a constitution to see if my diet's been going well?
Sure.
25.
They're all multiple different sizes. Like, you get a sense this is for a broad range of people.
Paula is very broad.
She's a broad
My-
broad.
She's the best
My
broad I
diet's
know.
not been going good.
Like, there's one outfit you think would actually sort of suit Paula quite well, but whether or not it was intended for them, you'd actually have to ask somebody. But you look, there's one that you sort of glance and think like, yeah, that's about Paula's size, but the rest of them sort of just seem to be anywhere from like Noam to Goliath.
Odd. I thought there'd be more costumes for Paula if it was Paula's show. Paula, there's a costume here if you're needing a wardrobe change beforehand.
Okay, yeah, hold on, let me just... Oh, which one? And she's gonna reach for the smallest one. This one?
Yes, dear.
Oh, wow, that's fabulous. I wonder where I've seen something so similar. Is this it, though? What's the rest of it? Oh, maybe it's backstage.
It could be,
Yeah, there's
yes,
gotta
yes,
Maybe
Right.
it's backstage.
yes.
Hold on, let me just put it on. I'll just actually see if it is right, actually. Oh, no, it looks okay.
That goes
It
really
looks
well
very
with
familiar.
your... Yes.
It gives me some kind of illusion kind of thing, you know?
Yep, you can add a hat of minor illusion.
Yeah.
That, yep.
Do you see this? Oh, okay.
For a
I'm just
bonus
gonna
action,
post
you
up.
can cast a spell to look like the DM. I mean, God.
Yep.
What?
Hell yeah.
Cool.
I'm just gonna post up behind the stage in case anybody tries to break in and rush Paula, I guess.
Yep. Cool. Cool. So, yeah, this half elf still like once again like 5 feet is their walking speed. Like they are like booking it at 5 feet, but they're determined and they like just ever so like all this stuff. Like you've got plenty of time to do all this as you're slowly being dragged up onto the stage, and all the while she's like pointing out and introducing people like, oh, that's Jacques Spear, that's our writer, that, you know, there's Celeste, that's our musician, you know, this is Chris, this is Chris, this is Chris, this is Chris, and this is Chris, as you just see like 5 like blonde human men, all each more handsome than the last, and oh, you've met Bob, and, you know, pointing at the trench coat. Yeah, there's some others around you might meet, and, you know, and then she just like throws you onto stage and says, "Go."
Hold on, actually, I just need to warm up my voice because don't want to get like damaged or anything.
Yeah.
Solstice, was I supposed to have something prepared? Do you think?
Uh,
Was it like improv?
it might be an
Zen,
improv
right?
show. Yes, yes.
Could be Zen. Okay.
Everybody is looking at you very expectingly.
Kia ora, everybody. Welcome to my show.
Roll performance.
There's lots to go. Kia ora, I'll be back in 5. Okay, performance. That was a nat 1, but it's a 14.
Lies.
The crowd are
was not
going
bad.
with it.
Yeah.
Like, you're not happy with the performance. You know you could have done so much better, but the crowd seems enraptured. Like, this is the best show they've seen ever.
Jacques Spear.
Oh.
Jacques Spear. Come here, come here.
Oui.
You are the author, correct? The writer for this show.
I am the playwright, oui.
Well, where's Paula's copy of the script? This is unprofessional.
Oh, did she not receive one earlier? This is an oversight.
Paula,
shall,
did you
get
receive a
this for
copy
her
of the
for
script?
Thank you, fans. Oh, everybody, thank you. No, I didn't get any scripts, but I'm willing to just go with the flow because they're just loving what I'm doing.
You're doing fantastic. I've never seen better. It's just going to reach into a satchel and just like pull out a ratty old script he's got and thrust it at you.
What's the? Shall I compare thee to a summer's? No, I don't want to compare no one to a summer's day. I'll just go solo, like off the bat or something like that.
I mean, you are the professional. I trust in your acting performance. You seem to know what you are doing. I do not let. I just write the words. You are the ones that makes them alive.
Okay, I'm gonna try something different. Maybe some stand-up. Okay, crowd, kia ora, Paula back again. I'm ready for set 2. Have you guys heard about the cow that couldn't make any milk? It was an utter failure. Oh my goodness.
Roll performance.
Oh my god. It's gonna be terrible again.
Thank you so much for inviting me to this.
You're welcome.
This one's a 27.
You are drowned out in just rapturous laughter. The entire town, like, not even just the crowd, everyone in the town just like falls over, like killing themselves laughing. Like
Shrike,
they are going to be out of it for at
just
least
dis-
half an hour.
You've just discovered you're meant to be doing a stand-up set.
Shrike, Shrike, I'm worried.
Why?
There are women and children out there, and that was a dad joke, and they're laughing.
Yeah. I guess Paula's just got that kind of power.
The delivery was amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
I chuckled.
Yeah,
Good.
but I think there might be, and I might just be scarred from recent experiences. I think there might be dark occult forces at work here to capture the very soul of Paula. And I've already watched one diva go up in smoke, and I don't think I can do it again.
Cool.
Okay. Do you have any way of detecting dark occult powers? I'll take that as a no.
No,
Yeah.
I usually live out in the woods alone.
Cool. Yeah.
I've come
actually,
into the city and it's been quite troublesome.
Yeah. If any dark occult powers rear up, I mean, I can punch stuff real good, but that's kind of it.
Cool.
We'll work
Glynis-
with what we've got.
Glynis just is like clapping. She's beaming. She seems very, very happy with everything. She's like, "Oh, fantastic! That was great. Everyone, everyone back to my place for the after party. Come on, everyone, let's go." And she starts like leading the troop.
Damn.
You see, like, just the crew like start to dismantle the stage, and like Jacques just like walks past you and is just like, "Oh no, I couldn't have brought that. Oh, this genius." Oh, and he seems like enamored.
Yes.
Jacques Spear is such a simple and fantastic creation that I really want to steal it for the rest of my life. Sick after party?
Apparently.
One of the Chris's just like slaps you on the back. Well, of course, there's an after party. Come on! He sort of hurries you.
Are we going? We're going? Yeah? We're going?
I think we have to, don't we, Paula?
Networking, right? Networking?
Are you? I'm gonna say to Chris, are you part of the NDH?
No, I'm just part of the troop.
Okay, because I don't know what species is he?
Human.
Oh, okay. No, never mind. No, I got you confused with somebody else.
Cool. Actually, Paul and Celeste, can you both roll me a perception?
Solstice?
Salt that, yes.
Celeste is one of the other stage
Celeste is
hands.
dead. Oh no, that's right. Celeste was one of the other ones.
Yeah. The Celestial Diva's dead.
You both
Yes.
had the sounds.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
sound.
21.
What was it rolling again?
Perception.
That is 13.
13.
And mine's
And
21.
Paula? 21.
Yeah.
Paula, you notice that Celeste, the musician that was pointed out to you, is a tiefling that looks remarkably similar, if not entirely absolutely the same as the Celestial Diva.
I see her. I see you.
Yeah, hello, yes, hi. That was
Yeah, I see you.
fantastic performance. Well done.
Yeah.
Good job.
Do you have a
Alright.
sister?
No,
What about a dust? Do you have a dust or like magical vanishment?
no, I've never. No, what are you talking about?
Are you doing some shady dealings under the dark, under the ground?
Roll insight. No, of course not. Why would I? No.
Okay, let's. My insight was 10, but I feel like Paula has some suspicion that this person is a no good person just because
Professional jealousy?
there's a little bit of jealousy there, but there's also she just had what she would think is an unpleasant experience with Diva.
Yep.
So she's gonna cast Zone of Truth
All right.
in this area.
Okay.
Are you sure? Because you look really familiar to somebody that I may or may not have seen, but definitely saw.
Okay. What does Zone of Truth do?
There's a saving throw to make.
Yeah, so she has to make a Charisma 17 saving throw.
Oh.
Just
Yep.
Is it 20 feet?
15
15
foot
feet.
radius.
So anyone within that has to make that saving throw.
Cool. One of the Chris's just immediately cries out, "I have a crippling fear of intimacy."
They don't have to tell us the truth, but they can't speak a lie.
He was on a razor's edge.
Yeah.
I wanted to tell
This is all he
someone.
needed to come out. Yeah. I've also
and, like-
failed the savings throw.
Yeah, another two Chris's just start hugging him, and they just have like a bro out.
Happy Pride. Happy Pride.
That's beautiful.
Oh,
Yep. Solicitor's like, no,
okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. No,
Do you do any singing, maybe?
I dabble. I'm a
Dabble.
musician after all, so voice is
Okay.
an instrument.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I've
That's deep.
done a couple of songs, Paramore, the remix, and other hit tracks. I don't know. Would you be open to singing something now, or is your throat sore? Because
I can sing. Do you want to do a duet?
Yeah, do you know any of mine?
No, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. I'll teach you it. Po kare kare ana.
She is singing remarkably well. She like matches and harmonizes perfect.
Okay, lady, listen. I've got my sunglasses in my hand and I'm ready to throw them. I feel like you might be being deceitful, lying, and not truth. Okay?
No,
You sure?
I'm just a humble musician as part of a actor troupe, touring
Okay.
the country and.
I'm just kidding. I was just hazing you. I'm just hazing you. I just come for a cuddle.
Oh,
Kia ora,
yep,
kia ora.
big cuddle.
Paula.
When she cuddles you, she whispers in your ear, "It's me."
What do you mean? What? Oh! What? What do you mean? Glennis?
No,
Glennis,
yes.
it's you. Oh, what?
What? Yes. No.
You look young. And you got horns. Or something. And you purple? Were you always purple? Solstice! Solstice!
Yes?
There's something going on over here.
What?
There's something going on.
What do you
There's
mean?
something fishy. Like karakihi up in here. There's a lot of
She-
fishiness going on here.
Why? What's going on? She looks a lot like the diva, but you're not the diva, are you?
Oh,
No.
she's whispering in my ear. Sweet nothings. But with purpose.
somethings.
I lean over and whisper in Paula's ear. I think you're going a little crazy.
Oh,
And
shit,
you know
sorry,
I
was
can't
just-
lie.
No, I went crazy years ago. This is something different. Cuz. So there's, they
What?
whispered in my ear. I'm gonna repeat it word for word, verbatim. Okay. It's me. That's what they reckon. Now who could that be?
Whoa.
Celeste, I guess.
Yeah. If I
And
said,
what-
it's me, who would that make me?
Suspicious. That's what it would be. Outlandish and suspicious. That's what I'm telling you.
Fair. So, you're saying that she's actually the diva. The same
Yep.
diva we saw puff up in smoke on the train before we got here. Was
Yep, or
standing
someone
here
else.
at the stage all along. She must have caught a very strong wind current to blow here before us and reconstitute herself.
Oh, there is a wind about.
Yeah, there's a one.
That's plausible. That's plausible. See what I did there? Made it my own. Cool.
So let's say I believe you.
Yeah.
What are we going to do about it?
Wow. See, I've got a sneaking. I'm gonna throw about some freaky conspiracies. So I've got. So Celeste backwards is Itzelik, right? And if you shorten that in half, it's Etsy. And I never trust anything I got off Etsy. So I'm gonna say I'm not gonna trust her. There's something happening here. Now I just want you to go with the flow. Just say yes, and yes, and you're absolutely right, Paula. We're gonna have to take her down to town. And we're
Yeah,
gonna have to
yes,
tie her up.
and let's
Tie
take
her
her
up.
down, tie her up.
At
Yeah.
this stage, you and the rest of the crew have arrived at this just stunning looking manor house. Like,
Can we do it
Two
after the party? This place looks really good, and I'd like to see it.
So I gotta tell you something. So I'm not the type of person who's like okay with other people being able to be good at things. And so I'm just a bit suspicious that she's gonna go and start singing at that party and take my limelight, my lemon light, my orange light, and any other citruses that are out there. So I think we've got to tie her up. Or you know what we'll do? We'll feed her some lemon juice so she can't sing very well for the next 24 hours.
But doesn't it help you
what I reckon.
retain liquid and fluids so that you stay
Not-
more hydrated? No?
Not if she's got a dry throat, because, you know, when she was singing before, she was like, and she whispered in my ear, so I'm going to say that she hasn't got the full strength and opacity to be singing anymore at this party.
there's a butler just welcoming everybody in. Can I take your coat?
No, it's
No.
my coat. You can't take
okay.
it.
Oh, all right.
That's
fine. If you want to wear it, that's perfectly okay.
Yes, it's why I'm wearing it. It's
Like
nice.
everyone else is like just taking, like it's very warm inside. They're just taking
Yeah.
coats and giving it to the butler, and they're like just hanging them up in a coat room.
Sure, I'll give him the absolute rattiest looking coat. that stinks of
He just-
wet dog.
Takes it without flinching. He's very professional.
You should see if you can get a different coat afterwards. I've got heaps of them back there.
Oh yeah. We'll see what's happening.
So you don't
You've
want
entered
to?
into a grand entranceway,
Wow.
and you're sort of being ushered into a dining hall.
Well, I never. You want to tie her up though. You don't want to share any of your grapefruit with her.
Nope, none of those. Not my oranges, not my mandarins. No, ma'am.
What happened? What? What did I miss?
Well,
She whispered in my ear, didn't she?
Okay.
sweet nothings.
And savoury somethings. You heard it here first, folks. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Isn't okay. And that's bad.
Well,
How'd you? Oh, ooh. How would would you like it if someone tried to come up in your house, or your whare, your domain, if you will, and they was gonna reckon they're gonna steal your hairstyle and they're gonna wear it around? How would you feel about that, eh?
I think you need to tailor this to the audience. What if you really wanted to punch something, but someone punched it before you?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
we needed
fuck
to
that.
vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's call everyone
What
together.
exactly did
You're
she
being ushered
do?
to your seats.
She's you know how we kind of skirted around the point that we may have met the diva and she may have disappeared in a puff of smoke
Yeah.
and dust. Well, Celeste, the tiefling that was the musician at the stage show, purple horns, quite pretty, young, small.
Trust me. Yeah.
Yeah, she claims to be the diva. Well, Paula has reason to suspect that she claims to be the diva.
Okay. So
The diva's dead. We watched her go up in a puff of dust.
oh wait, she's dead.
When I was
Not
suspecting,
not just like disappeared, like she
well,
died.
like she was telling us about some kind of pact with an evil thing, and there wasn't a blood sacrifice, and it was too late, and we had to get her out of the city so she could break the curse, and now she's here, ahead of us, and not a pile of dust.
Gotcha.
I think you're missing some more important information there, Solstice. Something more important and crucial that you have missed.
She's
She's
trying to
also the
muscle
reason
in on your act.
that is, that is well. But even more important than that, she done messed up the bloody jam factory. She messed it up. That's her fault.
You
You bloody
Servants
fanatic
start
fans.
bringing in food.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to understand this and also like reaching behind me and grabbing like a handful of glasses of wine off a tray.
Yeah.
Sorry, the jam factory, is that a metaphor or is that a literal jam
No, it's a
factory?
factory that made jam. It
Just
kind
gonna
of
pick up a
exploded.
spoon.
That's pretty rude.
That
Buy
is
stocks
rude.
and buy any jam you can find. It's going to be worth a lot soon. There's going to be a small bubble market. And, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be like liquid gold, or like, I don't know, is it solid? Probably a solid gold. Oh, but then gold's already gold. I don't know.
It
But
could be like gelatinous gold.
gelatinous.
That's
I
a
mean,
stage
Before you-
name, really.
It is-
Before you on
oh,
the table, you see just the finest selections of meats and fruits and vegetables and breads and cheeses and spreads and anything that anybody could possibly want. And a gong is rung, and Glennis just stands up, sort of starts tapping a glass. Says, a toast to the newest star in town, Paula. And everybody just raises a glass. To Paula.
I'm young. Kia ora.
And then everybody starts eating.
Fuck yeah. Okay, so I'm just like grabbing at stuff like full hands in on like a roast chicken, like the most messiest eating.
Go hard.
Okay, so what, we
Um,
want to get her like arrested?
Can anyone just give me a sneaky little perception?
20. Dirty.
Cool.
12.
Cool.
10.
Cool. Solstice, you notice that the large trench coat has become small, 3 small kobolds.
Yes.
That's unusual. I want to walk over to the kobolds.
Hello?
Hello. Do you mind if I come down there? I don't want to crank my neck.
Oh, yep.
And I sit down on the ground. That's, why were you in a trench coat before? Why not
yeah, it
3
was
trench
cold.
coats?
Saves money. One
I
trench coat
can't
cheaper
argue
than
that.
3.
Yeah, I get that.
How do you take turns?
No,
At being the bottom, I mean.
no. Jim's the legs. He's good at it. You just say,
All right.
"Hi, I'm Jim." He's just got like swole calves.
Wow. Jim, you don't skip leg day.
No,
Who's the head?
nope. Hi, I'm Bob.
So Jim and Bob. So who's in the middle?
Oh, that would be me, Tim.
Tim. Right. And what do you do around here?
Oh, we're the trench coat.
That's your job.
We do trench coat types things. We follow Glennis around and just do
Trench
stuff.
coat based entertainment and protection, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow.
For some reason, people don't mess with her if there's a giant trench coat just following her around.
I understand that. I can see how that works. It's kind of like when you run around holding a piece of paper. People get out of your way.
Oh, we should try that.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems to work. They think you're in a hurry. I don't understand.
Cool.
Oh,
You see one of them just like grab a napkin and just like start scrawling on it.
Bob, I imagine you see the most out of the three of you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
comes with the territory.
Yes. The up high part, I imagine.
Yeah,
That tiefling over there, Celeste.
yeah. What about her?
She been here a while?
Just arrived today.
Like,
Just literally 5 minutes before you guys.
wow.
Yep.
Strong winds in the area this morning?
Yeah, I guess.
Like, I guess, Tim, did you have trouble balancing whilst you were walking around town this morning? I imagine you must have to bear the brunt of all the wind and other...
Oh no, I'm used to it. And you just see like this, like he's very swole, like massive calves,
Wow.
like just massive arms.
That's a lot.
You're like very strong core. Like,
Do you have... always just wear a crop top?
oh yeah.
Oh, great. I mean, show it if you got it, I guess.
I mean, it gets quite hot under the trench coat. So.
Yeah, I could imagine. It's I mean, I wear my coat inside, but I kind of reasons. Anyway, so she came in just before us.
Yep.
Interesting. And did she look dry and dusty when she arrived?
I don't know. I try not to judge people on their appearances.
I mean, like a cloud of dust. Not so
No,
much
I
how
was-
she
I was
looked. No, just fully
Busy
formed.
just following Glennis around. I
Yeah.
didn't witness it.
And did you just walk up and get a job as a musician?
Yeah. I mean, we were looking for one. And, Glennis has an eye for talent. And just saw this random tiefling and was just like, hey, can you sing? And she was like, yeah. It's like, you're the musician now.
Oh,
Just threw a triangle at her.
why a triangle?
We're on a budget. You tried doing a stage show. Things are expensive. We can only afford
Yes.
a triangle.
Yeah.
A square's more
We're
expensive.
saving up for a trumpet.
Oh, triangle. Right. You've been a great help. Is there any... Here's one for all three of you. Have you seen anything more suspicious than three kobolds in a trench coat wandering around this town?
Oh. More suspicious than us. Well... There was that butcher that said they were vegetarian. That seems suspicious. Good meat though.
Interesting.
At this,
Wow.
you hear just like an ear-splitting scream.
I think they're playing my song. Thank you for the
Yeah,
lovely
very nice.
conversation. I probably have to go and see
From
that.
outside the room. Roll me a perception if you want to get a better sense of direction.
9.
27.
Yep.
Boop-a-doo, boop, 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 doo, boop, 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 doo.
With a 27, you can tell it came from upstairs.
Do you want to come?
Hell yeah.
Oh, yes, you're welcome to as well, Shrek.
Oh.
Bob, Tim, Jim,
Yes.
do you want to come? Up? We're going upstairs to check out that scream.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Grab your
Chris,
coat.
Chris, and Chris, do you want to come?
That's, I mean, okay. We'll lead a procession of, I imagine Paula slightly in front of me, with Solstice and Shrike coming out with Bob, Tim, and Jim wavering up the stairs, and Chris, and Chris following us up.
I just rip like a turkey leg off and bring it with me.
Woo! The turkey,
It's my turkey.
Paula, Paula probably hasn't eaten because it's probably not to her standards because there's no jam or sauce. There's no Watties tomato sauce, but she's quite suspicious of Estelec and was wondering what their reaction to the scream would be.
Roll an insight.
Ooh, cool. Come on, insight. Come on, Paula, you've got this. This is where it matters. There's an 8 there. She's just too pissed off, isn't she?
No, she seems surprised by the scream, just like everybody else.
Oh. I'm just going to point.
Paul, are you coming?
I see you.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm just antagonizing someone at the moment.
Yep.
Professional courtesy.
So there's like a whole bunch of people that are all wanting to see what this is.
Chris, and Chris.
Yes.
We need you to stop everyone from coming up here all at once. Please just hold them off, and we'll investigate. Just us. Do you like to be known as 1 or 3?
Oh, I mean, there are 3 of us.
Just us 6, as 4 of us walk past.
Yep. The Chris's just all start, like, nothing to see here, folks. Everyone back to the mill, Nothing to see here, folks.
That was
Celeste, have a
really
song.
fun.
Celeste just going to start singing for the crowd.
Okay.
No, Paula,
So we need to
Paula, we need to...
I can't with this unprofessionalism. I can't do it. Celeste, you know what you did. I'm gonna need you to cut that out.
Why am I seeing the meme with the smug cat in my head right now?
Celeste just went, yeah, my throat was feeling a bit dry, so I'll sit down. Chris,
Yeah.
why don't you tell... No, not you, the other one. Yeah, you do that thing you do, you know. He's going to start, like, just doing, like, percussion.
Like stuff. Yes.
Yep. And, like, 2 of the other Chris's just get, like, start. Like, they're not as good, but they're vibing. Everyone seems to be going with it.
Nice.
Listen here, Chris with a Q, Chris Smith, Chris with a K, Chris with a CH and a KH. You guys better cut it out right now. None of that performing. This is a troubling time. We don't need none of these troubles happening. So you're going to all have to sit down.
I roll an 8 on a strength check to try and manhandle Paula away from her, her targets.
I'm gonna pull back as much as I can.
Paula, roll me an intimidation, yeah.
18.
Yeah, everybody just sits down, starts eating. Just, oh yeah, I didn't hear anything. Did you? No, didn't hear anything. Like somebody starts humming, and then somebody like quickly elbows them and they stop.
Listen here. If I come down here, or if I'm even upstairs, and you guys are singing, going on and carrying about, I'm gonna come down here and I'm gonna be very crisscross with all of you Chris's. Okay?
I opened the door into the room where the scream came from.
Yeah.
Yep. You see a body on the floor.
Do we recognize it?
Roll a perception.
Bloody hell, not this
Fucking
again.
A.
17.
Also a 17.
Yep, you would recognize one of the waiters. One of the staff that was bringing food.
Oh.
Is it the same guy who asked for my coat?
No, that was the butler.
Oh, good.
Who is now just behind you being like, oh.
Because I think he's got a lot of people's coats, and if he was dead, who would know who had which coat?
True.
Well, there's ticket stubs. Yep, if you get the coat, we give you the stub.
Right,
We would have given one to the Shrike here.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Can we see, without touching the body, can we see how it died?
Roll me a medical.
I'll assist
That
if you
is-
want,
Good. I would want you to assist.
or the other way around if you want me to use my +8.
You know what? You do it because I just rolled a 0.
Okay.
It's a body.
Yeah. It ended up being a 14 on the medicine check.
They are lying dead still. You don't get.
I hate it when they're dead wriggling.
No, like
Honestly, yeah, way worse.
there's no blood. There seems to be no sign of major trauma. Yeah, like you, just by looking at it, like you can't eat. Like it's almost like they just fell over.
I think they had a slip, trip, and fall incident. Where's your health and safety register, Butler?
It's in the kitchen. I can get it if you want.
We need to
got a
report
couple
an
of-
incident.
Wait,
How did he
Butler,
get
I've got-
past the Chris's?
It wasn't in the room.
No, I mean, he got past the Chris's and came up to us.
No, the butler was
Oh,
walking around the house. The Chris's were just guarding the dining room.
oh. Do you think the butler did it? He was already up here.
Can I do like a survival check to see if we can see who's been in the room?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I'll assist if I can and cast guidance if you want.
Yes, please. No. What is my that is a 15.
This looks like it's a bedroom. It's very clean. Doesn't look like there's been anyone in it. You get the sense that maybe, like this person was going on their break and gonna have like a nap or something. That's why they came here. Like it's not a communal space.
Are they holding anything in their hands?
Give me perception.
11.
Hands are empty.
Okay. Are they lying on a rug?
No, just hardwood floor.
Okay. Damn. It's way easier to move a body if you've got a rug for it.
Cool.
No, you've got to leave it there. I know what's happened. They've heard her downstairs having her singing, carrying on, and they fainted because it was so bad. This is why I'm
fainted?
only meant to be singing in this vicinity.
At this, you see the body just bolt upright.
What?
And look,
I
my
hate it when they're
beautiful
dead
voice-
wriggling.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. She stopped singing. I made sure of it. Are you okay, bub?
Help me! And with this, you just see their head collapse in just a spurt of blood.
Okay, no, don't do that. Okay, I've got the perfect thing.
I'll
for
hold
you.
the body up so it doesn't fall down. I've got you.
Shrike was fully ready to like already punch it in the face, and then its face disappeared.
Everyone roll me a perception.
Oh god.
21.
Nat 20 for a 19.
Cool.
I love
Nat
it.
20 for a 22.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All of you spot this ethereal blue blur. Like at the moment of impact, you see almost like this, blue essence just get rejected from the body and just fly through the wall.
Ooh.
I knew that was some singing magic. I knew it.
I think that could be the curse.
I don't think it's a curse. I think it's a blessing that I'm here to deal with this girl.
Sorry, the
Oh.
curse?
Yeah, that the diva was talking about.
At this stage, the butler arrives with their health and safety records and is just stunned. And
She-
they're like, I
She
didn't
stood
do it.
up and her head exploded, and then a blue thing came out.
Well, that's
I dropped the body.
this never happened before.
No, it doesn't
no-
usually
I would hope
happen.
not.
It's just like flicking through the records. It's like we don't have a protocol.
Let's
think
just
we
treat
need
it
to-
as a slip, trip, and fall.
I think we need to call the guards.
Yeah.
This is like
No,
That's just
No
putting
guards.
more people in danger.
we need to lock this house up. We need to lock this house up good. Because I'm going to find this girl and I know it's her. I bloody know it. I'm going to tell you guys. And we're going to do bets and I bet 100 booby gold on this. 100 booby gold on this. That it's that girl with the singing voice down there going la 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 la. I know it's her. I know it's her. Oh.
I wish I had calm emotions.
Oh, I need a fan. I need a bloody fan.
They're all downstairs,
Don't
Paula.
rat away.
Can't go down there. No, I'll strangle her. No, I won't strangle her. I'll strangle her with my words. With my words. Oh, I will strangle you, girl, but I won't.
I
Do it with
think
my words.
we might. I wonder if the thing that we need to help was the blue thing that couldn't stay in the body.
Oh.
Like, if this is the curse that we chased out, it needs somewhere to go, maybe.
Oh. Well, which way did it go? Did we see which wall it went through?
yeah, like it sort of seemed to go further into the house.
Okay.
Butler, go
Yes, yes.
and try and get everybody to go and eat on the lawn. Like, lift all the tables out and just sit out there, no singing, but just eat out there and get the guards, but tell them not to come in yet. It could be very dangerous.
Oh, all right. I'll see to it. You want? We'll move everyone out. Okay, onto
Yeah.
the lawn. You want the guards, but no guards. So
Just
what-
All of them.
We want guards, but just tell them that it might be magically dangerous. We're not setting up a hostage situation. This is just we don't want them to get cursed.
Okay, so you want me to put the tables on the lawns for the guards, so that they're not hostages. Okay,
Yes.
he's gonna run out.
Wait. Butler, come back, please. So
Yes. Well,
maybe, I don't know, you could set up like a trestle table, something, not take the fancy ones out. And you could put them out there, and then maybe, actually, no, people could sit on the ground. Make sure the guards like circle around them, because what could have happened is that somebody in that circle might be a singer, has committed a foul and a murder. And so you've got to make sure no one gets away. Because let me tell you, so me and my girlfriends Abdullah and Janisa, so we was at a party once, and it was a monster hunt kind of party, and so someone died, and let me tell you, it's going to be the exact same thing. And I was right in the middle of that game, and I'm going to be right this time. So we've got to murder mysterize this, and you've got to make sure none of those people escapes, because somebody has been killed here, and it's serious. Make sure you tell all of them so they panic, so it's real, so it sinks into them.
Her voice really carries down the hallway, doesn't it, Shrike?
gosh.
As we listen to this whole tirade, as we wander down to the next door. Paula, we're going to go and check in now.
Wait, get a blood sample. Get a blood sample.
It's
I
all
think
over
we
me.
do
I
it.
was standing right here.
Oh no, you got to get in a flask. That's what they do in the plays.
Have you got a flask?
No, but I've got this mirror. You could just smear some on it and we'll close it. It's like a beauty mirror.
Okay.
I've got plenty of them
I
because I'm real beautiful.
take the beauty mirror and I like just slop. Like those videos where people do the thing with the cheese. but just the stuff that exploded and caught on me. And I
Yep,
scoop that into the little mirror and I close it shut and it sort of...
You have a mirror of viscera.
That's
You just-
specimen 1.
Okay.
You-
Magic
You
item.
just start hearing people like start panicking downstairs, like, oh my god, ah! And they're just running around. You just hear like tables getting upturned and dishes flying everywhere, and people are like, oh my god, I'm gonna die, oh my god, I'm gonna die. And then like the butler's just like, please panic outside.
Let's...
See, now everyone's in the
Close
mood.
enough.
Now we're getting there.
Right. We should have had them set up craft services. Oh well. I open the door and look into the room.
You hear another shriek.
Oh,
What the
piss.
fuck?
Oh, Shrike, we're gonna need some of your chicken or turkey or whatever that is. One of your pigeons or something.
Yeah.
We're gonna need some of that for evidence, okay? That's gonna go in the mirror as well. Not that mirror, this is a different one.
Okay.
This one came with makeup, so
Here you go.
just a little piece, Oh, do you have any thigh meat? Oh, no, drumsticks, okay. Cool.
Okay, there you go.
Ah.
And then I go and run to the other screen.
Yeah. We go to the next screen.
Roll me perception.
22.
Cool.
Not natural 1.
This scream came from the kitchen.
It's going to be one of those nights where we run around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not if we get there fast enough and kick this thing in the face.
Yes. Run into the room.
Yeah.
Cool. You see, otherwise, sort of what would have been a busy kitchen, sort of preparing dessert. All the chefs are just looking really, really confused. Like, what is happening? What's happening? What's happening? And like one of them is just like on the ground.
I want to run over to it and I want to spin it over and shake it by the shoulders. You need to tell us how to help you, and I want to cast Greater Restoration on it.
Okay. Remind me what Greater Restoration does.
One effect that charmed or petrified the target, one curse including the target's attunement to the cursed magic item, any reduction to one of the target's ability scores, or one effect reducing the target's hit points maximum. It can also do things like exhaustion and stuff. I, in particular, want to try and expel the curse, hopefully after it's told me what's wrong, but definitely before I get covered in more head.
Nothing happens. The body just... It's a half orcish woman in a chef's outfit, and eyes just open and focus on you, but nothing else.
How do we
I
help
wanna-
you?
I want to get up close enough to this thing that I can make a attack on it if it tries to shoot away again.
Okay. I don't know.
It's not fucking helpful.
And the head chef that was a goblin with the biggest hat, and you just see his hat just descend in on itself and then into his head, and now he doesn't have a head anymore.
I'd
Roll
move
initiative.
over to that guy. Roll initiative, you say?
Yes, please.
That's 12.
Okay.
I feel like Paula would have left the other room like way after everybody else because she's like, I'm gonna have to get a flesh sample from this person. So I feel like should be a round behind everybody. as
We can
she's
do that.
Getting her jush.
I rolled a nat 1, which is a 3.
Yay.
Mine's a 16.
A quick question, Waffles.
Yes.
Had we had any kind of rest on the train before approaching town?
Assume like the train was long enough that you would have had a long rest.
Fantastic.
You are back at full capacity.
Well, that's excellent. Let me quickly process that and then mark off the spell slot that I've used.
Alright, cool.
Spell slots.
Cool. Brilliant. Paula, you would have gone first, but you were too busy somewhere else,
Sampling.
collecting viscera. Solstice, you're up.
Am I looking at the body of the goblin with the head of a crumpled hole?
I am assuming you are, yes.
Okay.
Oh, actually. Cool, that is... No, you're good. I was just... Yep.
Yes. Yeah, no, I'm it's all of a sudden, and I need to contemplate going from let's save this person into this one's trying to murder me. How many? Oh, yes.
The goblin has fallen over.
Okay.
Like, goblin is dead. You're not fighting the goblin.
Okay. I will cast Shillelagh, make my staff all big and spiky, and hold my action to hit anything that acts hostile towards myself or any of the civilians in the room or my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. If they're within my reach, I will twat them with my stick.
Okay. Cool. Solstice, what's your AC?
17.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. I should have done this earlier. Cool. You just hear a rush of wind, and you will take 7 points of damage as just something hits you right in the face.
Is it... do I have an opportunity, a chance to use
Yep.
my reaction against it?
React, but it's disadvantage.
Fair enough. Let's see. Does a... What's my plus? 15 hit.
It will.
Then I shall crack it for 8 points. Sorry, 9 points of shillelagh damage. Is that just bludgeoning? Yes, bludgeoning damage. Magical bludgeoning damage. I think
Awesome.
it is magical, isn't it? Yes.
Shillelagh is magical. Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
Ow!
Is that your turn?
Yes, did I get a glimpse of what hit me? Just something small and blurry.
No, you felt your strike connect, but you can't see anything.
Right.
Cool. Strike, it's you.
Okay, so I can't see where this thing is.
Nope.
Alright. I am going to bonus action rage.
Love to see it.
Love to see it, love to do it. And so when Shrike goes into a rage, there's like this like rattling noise, kind of like a rattlesnake tail, and this rattling scorpion tail kind of grows out the back. Oh no, it's Waffles! Oh, he's back. Good. Waffles, are you there? We got you. Yeah, this like rattling scorpion tail grows out the back of her, and
Nice.
can I try and take a stab at where this thing might be?
You would be stabbing at disadvantage, but yes.
I will reckless attack so that I'm not.
Woo!
I'm gonna do that. So I'm just gonna lash out with this tail. Oh, that's cocked. Oh, this is cocked on a 20. Does a 16 hit?
16 will.
Sick. And then the other one is more than that.
Yep.
So there's 2d8, and these count as magical damage.
Awesome.
For any relevance. That's 12 plus. So that's 20 points of piercing damage.
Phew.
And actually, I can. Hold on. So I've also got the piercer feat.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to check if that's on each turn. Oh, it's once per turn. I'll reroll
Cool.
one of those. So okay, cool. So that'd be 21 points of piercing damage. And I will use because I've hit it, I'll use one use of Infectious Fury, which I can either use to make an attack against someone else, which I don't want to do right now, but I do want to do 2d12 psychic damage to it, so I will do that as well.
Yep.
For another 17 points of psychic damage.
Nice.
And yeah, I just look around real mad. It's there! It's there! There!
Nice. Paula, you see this half-orc chef just run out the door, almost bump into you as they seem to be fleeing. And Tira.
Wait. Wait, what are you running for? Don't run. You could fall over. What's happened?
You just get I think your friends need you. And they seem to be, yep.
Go outside and have a kai on the lawn, and there's guards out there, and you might or may not be safe. I'm going to go in the kitchen now, and what I say to you, bouquet gani, clovers, and chef terminology, kia ora, bub. Get out of here. Hello, what's happening?
You see a now relatively empty kitchen with the body of a goblin. Oh, yeah, the body without the head of a goblin, and your two friends that seem angry for some reason.
Are you guys okay? You guys look really angry in this relatively empty kitchen.
There's a thing here!
Where?
There! I'm like pointing in like 2 different directions.
Oh, I know what this is. This is a kiua. Now, you guys are angry, and that's kind of what it wants out of you guys. I don't care if this takes up my entire turn, by the way.
I figured it would.
But this is a kiua. It's a ghost, and we've got to be nice to it, and we've got to help it pass on. So instead of going to violence, no, we can't stab it. We can't stab it. We have to sing it a song. Kiua, you're a ghost. Why don't you leave this host? Kia ora, Kiua.
If
Now,
we
if you-
kill our DM, do we win?
No, we have to battle his ghost, and that's not even his
Yeah.
final form.
Nope. Solstice, you're up.
I want to add to Paula's beautiful performance. And as I reach down into my pocket and I bring out pocket glitter and I spray it across the room and cast fairy fire
Ooh.
as purple and orange little motes of light flash through the room. How big is the room?
It's a large industrial kitchen.
A large industrial kitchen. Well, around the area where we have been fighting this thing, a 20-foot cube of orange and violet light starts to sparkle.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Shrike,
see-
but
Yeah,
both
no.
of us are in it too. Yeah.
You see this nebulous, swirling shape just sort of pick up the dust motes as it sort of gets stuck to it.
Yep.
And there's just how do you describe an invisible thing? A thing that was no longer invisible is now,
Yeah.
visible
We
by
see
the
an
dust
outline
motes.
of the creature
Yes.
covered in the spots. Yeah. I got a 16, which meets beats, so I am not
Nice.
glittery.
I got a 10.
Yay! You're sparkly and pretty.
Now I have no reservations about
Someone
Reckless
sing
attacking.
shiny.
Fairy Fire gives you advantage on it, doesn't it?
Yes, correct.
Cool.
Anyone
Cool.
anyone lit up has advantage against them.
Sick.
Yeah.
Cool.
Come get me.
Is that your turn?
That is my action. Let me quickly mark off that spell slot. And as a bonus action, I don't know that I have anything decent. I will learn. That is all I have for now.
Awesome. Shriek. Or Shrike.
Yeah.
You see this, shape barrel towards you. What's your AC?
It's 15.
15. Great. You were
it's-
going to take
How many times does it hit me? Once or twice?
twice.
So the first one, I'm going to use my reaction because I've got my tail. I can roll a d8 and add it to my AC as a reaction.
Brilliant.
So I'm going to try that. That's plus 3, so an 18.
Let me just see actually what it's. It will still just hit you.
Yeah, go for it.
Yep. Maths.
That's what I'm here for.
You were going to take 24 points of damage as it just slams into you.
What kind of damage?
Bludgeoning.
So 12.
Yep.
Because I'm raging.
Yeah. That's its turn. Snow Shrike.
Oh, sick! I hit it again.
You have advantage from Fairy
You
Fire.
have advantage on it.
Great. So I won't reckless attack, but it doesn't matter because it's got advantage on me anyways. I will. Did they take our weapons and stuff off us, or can we have our weapons?
You've got your weapons. They just wanted your coats.
Sick.
Yeah.
I will.
Coat thieves.
Bonus action. I'm gonna take out a thing that kind of looks like a really long walking staff, but then it just keeps going and going, and it's actually a big pike with a huge spike on the end of it. And
Like a halberd or a.
It's kind of like a halberd, but it's just got a big spike on the end.
So it's like a
rather
very
than-
long spear.
like a very long spear.
Big pointy
Um,
stick.
Yeah,
Ah.
I'm gonna hit it, and I'm gonna use Great Weapon Master.
Awesome.
Cool. So that is a 17 to hit.
Which will.
Great. And a nat 20!
Double the dice.
Okay. Alright. Oh, this feels so good. Okay. First one is that. Plus. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. This is the thing. I love feats, so that I have to keep track of where everything is about them everywhere in all the different books. Okay. Great Weapon Master. So it's just gonna be a plus 10. And and I get to make another hit because I got a critical. Okay, sick.
Oh, sweet.
And because I have brutal critical as a barbarian, I get 2d10.
Cool.
Oh my god. Okay. So, wait. I'm doing the first attack. That's what it is. So the first one is I can re-roll that one, which I will. Okay. 2 plus 3. No, yep. 5 plus. So 9 points of piercing damage on the first one.
Cool.
And on the second one, which is the crit, I get 2d10 for my pike, plus an extra 1 for brutal critical. Plus, I will do another infectious fury, so that is 4d12.
Cool.
Plus, because I have the piercing feat, I get an additional critical dice. Yeah, I get another d10. Um, and then I think that's everything. Okay,
Cool.
so I need to roll all of this and then roll one of the d12s again. Okay. That's 10, 20, 32, 43 plus 50. A nice flat 50 points of piercing damage.
How do you kill this thing?
Yeah!
It had about 50 points left.
Yes! Oh god. So, I kind of jam it with the back end of the pike first. Oh, actually, I lied. Both of those should be plus another 10 points of damage because I forgot about Great Weapon Master,
Yeah.
but you know.
That's
You know.
So I like stab it with the kind of blunt end of the pike and then flick it up so it's in the air and then just jam up so that it kind of like folds and also gets speared on this pointy end of the pike for the crit.
Cool.
Is this one of those videos where there's a cup up on the ceiling with water in it and you're holding it up with the broom handle?
Yes,
So hold this.
Exactly. It's one of those like ridiculous anime fights where you're like picking things up into the air and then it falls back down.
There's glitter in the air. It's sparkly and pretty. It's amazing. Someone's singing in the background. It might be Latin. It's probably not.
How does Paula feel about all this?
I told you guys not to fight. Oh no. Kihua, I know you'll probably be back, but I just want to let you know I had nothing to do with this. Go in easy and be well. And for things. Kia ora. Sorry. Haere, Kihua. Haere.
Well done. That was amazing.
Thanks.
I'm sorry about all the glitter.
No, it's fine.
It looks really good on the tail.
Thanks.
That's new.
Oh yeah. It's alright. It'll go away in a sec.
Oh, that's a
Like
shame.
after a minute, it just like kind of shrinks away.
It tracks. What is it? Is it still invisible?
Still invisible.
Can you let
Is
it down?
still, like... Oh yeah. I'll just shunk
Okay.
and fall off the ceiling.
I want to examine the body.
Roll me a nature.
I think as a druid I'd be good at that.
You would think so.
That's a natural 1 for a total of 1.
It's invisible.
Sure is.
You know what's the problem? You can't get anything from that because it's a Kihua. And you done did it dirty and you done did it wrong.
And I'll done do it
Yeah.
again if it slaps me one more time.
You can't just go around slapping people. You can't fight slaps with slaps because then you both just end up being slapped. And that's trauma, my friend. That's trauma, and we're going to solve that right now. More of it doesn't equal none of it. Fire adds another fire, and you just got 2 fires and a burnt tongue, alright? And that's what's going on, buddy. That's what's going on. Kihua, are you still alive? I know you just got impaled, but... Oh. Can I rub it and see if it's furry?
Yeah. Roll me a
you
nature.
Oh no. Are you sure that's not performance?
Yeah, I'm sure it's nature.
13.
It feels barely solid. Like you sense there's like a breeze now in the air as like it's almost like whatever this thing was is now deflating.
Have you got another compact, like another mirror? We need to put it in as a sample.
Or like a bag.
Or a
So,
big pot. Is there like a really big soup pot with a lid?
This is something else, you guys, and it's a culture thing that you guys might not understand, my culture, but we can't put this thing in a pot. we've got to say goodbye, Kira. Thank you for all of that you have done on this world.
I
Now go
am
on, be
busy
forth,
knocking
and-
through the pots, trying to find one big enough to
Didn't
shove
it
this
just
thing into it.
murder a couple of people?
Mhm.
No, we cannot do that. We
Or
can't
any
put it
vessel
in
big
our
enough
pot.
to hold it, and with a lid.
Roll me
Can I?
investigation, I guess.
That is a 6. Wait, a 7.
All the pots are in a massive pile of like dirty dishes. Like there's no clean pots with a lid, and any
I,
pots large enough, like they're just like dishes stacked on top of them in like this big
Yeah.
mess.
damn.
I'm gonna come in between. I'm gonna be piggy in the middle, interception over here. You can't put this Kira in a pot. It's
No.
not a boil up. It's a living. Well, it's a
All the
dead
pots are
living
too
thing.
small and there are no lids, and the big ones are all covered and filled with dishes. What kind of restaurant kitchen is this?
It's a
Well, one with a
busy
deep
one
cook.
that wasn't expecting so many guests.
Yeah. Wait,
There's
why?
something about chefs.
Why wasn't it expecting so many guests, DM Waffles, who Solstice can't talk directly to?
Just speaking from personal experience.
Yeah, I should be more considerate, but I bet you wish you could do what I can to the guests.
So
Well, like, do these things tend to travel by themselves, or should we expect another one around here?
I've got a concern, a question, a theoretical and a hypothetical of what has happened here.
Sure.
And Solstice, do you remember yesterday? And we're on that train?
That was earlier today, but yes, I remember it.
Or, you know,
And
every
yesterday.
day
It
is a
was
new
yesterday
day for
too,
me.
yeah. It was a long
Yes.
train ride.
Yeah, sorry. I just get confused with the time sometimes because it's so hard when I'm creating my own future. And so what was happening was that...
Hashtag yes,
we-
queen.
Yeah, hashtag and all that, that stuff. And so what happened was we saw that Diva girl, right? And she was having a coordinator. She was talking about what she was doing with the Artuas and whatnots with and they were making deals with some kind of thing, and they were
Yes.
getting like sacrifices and
Yeah.
stuff. My guess is that those might be sacrifices, and this Kehua was once a sacrifice, but isn't no longer a sacrifice because it's been sacrificed. And so what I'm going to guess here is that this party is lots of sacrifices. Someone's going to be a good singer around here. I got there on sheer talent, practice, hard work. And you
Can
know
one
that-
roll me perception?
27.
Clock started to move.
I was just
7.
winding up. Nothing serious.
Cool.
27, yeah.
Cool. So we got 27, 7, Paula?
20.
20. Cool. Paula and Solstice, you will notice that the pile of glitter that was the thing is now flat. Like, it is gone.
I dispel my spell then.
Solstice, you will hear a very faint sound of singing coming from outside.
Oh.
Paula, you don't hear it.
Yeah.
Paula?
Yeah? Hello, Paula.
Yes. Nothing. I walk out towards the
Oh,
I walk out towards the singing.
so what I was, and so that's the theory here. But what if we
Yeah.
try and call up the person? Where are you going?
There's something I need to take care of in the garden.
Oh, it's harvesting. You're harvesting those tomatoes, aren't you? Bloody hell, we could have just picked you some tomatoes. I've got lots of poopy gold still. Still got I don't know, like 95 at least.
Do you want to count that for a moment while I check out there and see what's happening?
Oh, I can multitask. I can walk and I
Okay.
can count.
Shrike, can
I'll
you
come
come
with
and
you.
stand next to me?
Sure, yeah.
Thanks.
I'm
One.
still trying to do the mental math on whatever Paula was saying.
And I walk out humming loudly until it's no use anymore, and I know Paula's going to hear, and I look
Yeah,
for the source of the singing.
Eventually, roll perception. But eventually, yeah, you all start hearing
12.
singing. Cool. Yeah, there's a crowd. Like, there's a lot of people making hustle and bustle and noises.
Paula, I need you to remember that if you slap and then fight back with a slap, then all you end up with is both slaps, something about a burning tongue. Don't make me turn on fire, please.
Well, you know what they say about Auntie Paula's boil up. It's so hot that everyone's gonna get a burnt tongue now.
Paula, because you're would be actively looking for roll me perception, but with advantage.
Alrighty,
Who the fuck is singing?
21.
You will see that it's the half orc chef that bumped into you on as they were fleeing the kitchen. They seem to be singing to themselves as almost trying to calm themselves down, and they just have the most beautiful singing voice that you have ever heard.
Can I hear that one more time, bub? Was that original?
Yeah, I wrote it myself. Yeah.
Oh, neat.
Are you a
Get that
vegetarian?
voice, Zone of truth.
Yep. What's the DC on that?
17.
Yeah. I was born with it.
You were born with it? What kind of sorcery have you been sorcerizing here? You've been sourcing some sorcery?
She's
Just
a
practice.
sauce chef. She makes the
no,
sauce.
just hazing you. I'm just hazing you. I just... Bloody hell.
No,
Paula's
I was-
part Ursula.
I was singing the song the day that I died, and just did.
That's a bit weird, considering,
what?
I don't know, multiple people have just died. What's your name again?
No,
Oh, it's Isabella.
sorry, you were singing it the day that you died?
Yeah. I was in my green room practicing, ready for a show, and then I woke up in the afterlife. Then I woke up here.
Oh shit.
That's pretty dramatic.
I
I wasn't
don't-
a servant, a servant for a while, and then something happened. And
Can I
and
do a
was-
little
just like-
religion-y,
in the kitchen.
insight-y check sort of thing to see if
Yeah, you can roll religion.
I do the barbarian equivalent of that, where I just
Okay.
try and wave my hand through her face.
there
to
was
see
there
if
was
she
a
goes.
terrible 7.
You slapped the half orc. She's like,
Thank
"Oh,
you,
please
Frankie.
don't do that."
My suspicion is, and what I was rolling to see if I could ascertain is did we potentially just kill the orc spirit and Isabel is the curse that is swapping between? But I guess with the 7, I don't know.
No, you there are religions that believe in the afterlife, and necromancy's a thing. So you know that spirits are a thing, and yeah.
Usually when things are dead, they're dead. But I guess more power to you.
Did you get resurrected?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's not great.
This is, so you know, this falls down into my jurisdiction, and it's part of my cultural heritage. So we believe that we've got multiple places where we exist. So we exist in all of the underworlds and also the physical realm. And so, are you I don't know, stuck in between or something, girl? Are you, I don't know what's wrong with you. You got something wrong with you, my girl. You're gonna have to, I don't know. Have you had a sleep? Maybe don't sing. Oh.
No, okay.
Your voice is just a little off today.
Oh, sorry. I'm
Oh, it's okay. Don't be sorry, girl.
not used to this throat. I wasn't. I don't even know what I am in
Oh,
this. She can start crying.
Don't cry, don't cry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. That's
I
what
pat her
I
on the head. I Do you need anything?
I need to remember. I need to remember who killed me. It's important. I might do it again to someone else.
Oh, okay.
Shrike just takes like 4 steps back just in case it might be her.
What can you
Paula
tell
and
us about the
Solstice? Can you
Yes.
roll me a history check?
Oh, I can roll your history check. I'm quite historical,
I can roll it,
young girl.
but you're not going to be impressed by my number.
Yeah.
I got a 20.
Cool.
Be impressed by that one, and don't worry about me.
Awesome.
I'm not from
Paula.
around here.
Paula, you remember just the other day when you were talking to the Celestial Diva that they mentioned that powerful people will make sacrifices in order to continue their power.
See? Hey, Solstice, come here for a second. Don't worry, girl. Don't cry anymore. Just, go and sing if you have to. Solstice, so, you remember the other day? I'm telling you this because I told you before, and I feel like, I don't know, I don't want to say I'm right, but I'm right. So anyways, something has happened, I think, and somebody is making sacrificial sacrifices. And I think this girl got sacrificed again. And I think people here are going to get sacrificed. And you know what happens? It's about powerful people. It's people with prestige. It's people with mana. And so what I think is happening is somebody here might have a hidden talent. Or it might not be hidden. They might be loud about it. They might be like, look at me, I'm a singer. My voice is celestial. And so what they might be doing is they might be a show-off. And maybe they got all this power and talent, but what they didn't get is humble-inity. They didn't get any humble-inity or any modestness. So I think that's what's happening. And this Kihua, she was supposed to go up into the clouds, but she came down from that cloud real quickly and she got her ass whooped by you guys. And so that's what I think's happening on this day.
Okay.
I think that's all that.
I failed the Zone of Truth savings throw. I think you...
Gorgeous.
Yes, I do think you're gorgeous. You're absolutely beautiful and you have a lovely voice.
One of the Chris's just walks past and it's just like, I feel better about myself. And keeps walking.
Shut up, Chris, we're having a moment. What was that, Solstice?
Wow, that was brutal. No, Bob.
Yes.
Jim, all of you. Thank
see
you
a
for
trench coat
following.
running towards you.
Thank you for staying nearby. That half-elf lady, Glynis.
Yes.
When did she arrive?
She's been here for years. I mean, with the troop, we tour.
Okay. When did the troop get here?
What, in
Into
Townsend?
town, yes.
A couple of days ago.
Okay.
We usually stay for a week and then move on.
Does Glynis have another sister?
Oh, big family, I guess.
I don't know. I'm asking. Oh well.
I don't know. She doesn't talk
Yeah.
about personal life.
Right.
Must be moldy too.
Or Catholic.
Yeah.
Yeah, or bored.
Half elf, half mouldy.
It's like me. I'm
Yeah.
half Goliath, half Maori. Diva.
Okay. Just, it seems odd. We need, who's,
Hey, ghost lady. Just talking to the half-orc person.
we left you alone with it.
It's Isabella.
Yeah. What's the last thing you remember before dying and then coming back here?
I was singing into the mirror, and I was
What mirror?
doing in my green room.
Where?
We're at the stage,
Right.
and I was practicing and warming up, ready for the show. I was checking my hair and makeup, doing final adjustments to my costume, and then
What costume did you wear? Just out
oh,
of
it was,
curiosity.
it was a beautiful, just elegant, simple number, just a sort of basic, tight-fitting white dress, modest but flattering.
Nice.
Does she look about the same
Anybody-
size as Solstice? This half-orc lady?
Um,
6'4" ish.
she's slightly smaller than you, but
Okay.
within the
Anybody
ballpark.
you remember seeing when you died?
Just me in the mirror.
How'd you die?
I don't know.
Was it like a weird invisible thing that like came up and stabbed you?
I don't know.
Can I insight check her?
Yep, please do.
I don't. Oh well, you know. Oh, I'm proficient in that one. That's a 12.
She appears to be telling the truth.
She's still in the zone.
She
as
does
well.
seem genuinely
Yeah.
confused, like she's struggling to remember what she's remembering.
Right. But you were with like this troop?
No, I'd never seen these people before in my life.
Right.
Hey, Solstice. I've got a plan. And they're usually good as well. And this one's no exceptions.
There are no
But I think-
exceptions in this plan.
I think you're powerful. I think I'm powerful. And I think Shrike over there's powerful. They finished almost the whole turkey by themselves. And I think if someone's got gusto, it's Shrike. And so what I'm thinking is because I'm super talented, but I could be more talented. What I think we should do, I'm going to whisper this. I think that we should call up this person that has these powers. And we're going to trick them. And we're going to be like, who are you working with? And we'll tie them up.
You want to tie up the tiefling, don't you?
I mean, I do want to tie them up, but obviously I'm going to be a team player here, and I'm not going to tie up our goalie. And so what I'm going to do here is I want to get their patron deity on the phone, their Atua, if you will, their demon. And so what I'm going to do from here, I'm going to be like, hello, kia ora, I'm Paula, and I'm ready to get a better voice. Do you have a voice for me? And I'll pay $19.99 per month, per week, or whatever, and we'll get them on the phone, and we do what we need for you. And then they're going to come, and we're going to interrogate this demon, this patron, this Atua, Aitua, I don't care who it is, and that's what we're going to do.
I
'Cause
take-
we have Paula, Solstice, and who else? And Shrike. That's PSS, or SPS, or SPCA. Kia ora. Save a cat. Adopt.
I pull out specimen 1
Oh.
and I open up the little mirror filled with viscera and I tap on it. Are you in there?
Roll me Arcana, I
Hello?
guess.
It's a 7.
Nothing happens.
It's not this mirror.
What was that?
We've lost them. They're talking to the mirror.
Oh,
No, I'm
Yeah.
here.
Ghost
Oh, okay.
person was saying that they were looking in a mirror when they died.
I have big
Isabella,
ears, I
sorry,
could hear
Isabella.
it. I'm sorry for eavesdropping, but I kind of zoned out a little bit, and that's the truth. The zoned out of truth.
Is she still crying?
Yeah.
She's sort of wiping her eyes and sort of trying to calm herself down. Like one of the Chris's is like patting her on the back. And
So
You're like-
I've got a wand of smiles, but it looks kind of like a microphone. And I'm going to pull it out, and I'm just going to wave it at her. Cheer up, because you're distracting me. Oh, wow. You've got a beautiful smile.
um,
Should I try getting the big boss on the phone and be like, hey, can you cut it out? You're killing our after party.
Sure.
oh,
Buzzkill.
do you want me to try and?
No, I could do it. I've got like very good projection, and my diaphragm is pretty good, and I could just like project.
Ruby made the mistake of trying to drink while Paula was
it's
talking.
never safe to take a drink while Paula's talking. Oh man.
Well, no, I think maybe there's. Do you know what song you were talking, Isabella? That song you were singing. Sorry, you when you were singing into the mirror.
Just a lullaby that my mother used to sing for me.
Do you recall it?
Yeah, it was the one I was just singing now before.
Would
Paula
you?
told me to be quiet.
Oh, Paula, you can remember that, right?
I can do it. Sing me to sleep, half walk. Go to bed, rest your head, half walk. Sing me to sleep, my green little girl. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Roll me Arcana.
Okay.
Can I?
I've been holding
help
up
at
sample
all?
1, specimen 1, just in case we need a mirror.
Yeah. Can I give a help action to this?
A help action.
How would you be helping?
Throwing some of the glitter up. You're glittered for life now.
I'm giving dead-eye looks to anybody else around, just being like, "Don't you fucking start singing! This is Paula's moment."
If you can pass an intimidation roll, DC 15.
All right. That's real close, but I don't.
Strength
think it's
intimidation or charisma
Yeah,
intimidation?
can I do a strength intimidation?
Sure.
Great. Then that's an 18. To be fair, my charisma one was a 14, but but 18 would be great.
Yeah, you see some people are about to, and then they just like, no.
Okay. With a help action, it'd be a nat 20, 24.
For Arcana? Cool.
Yeah. Sing me to sleep.
Cool.
Half or
With the intention of summoning the big boss.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
I think we're in the foyer at the moment, or just outside the house,
I think
looking
we're
down.
just
Yeah, you're out in
Yeah.
the garden.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Plenty of room
Cool.
for a big boss to show up.
Shrike and Solstice,
Yeah.
you see Paula starting to disintegrate. Paula,
Whoa.
you see your field of vision sort of just shifts, and you're no longer out in a field, amongst, everybody else. You're now on the biggest stage that you've ever experienced, and there is like this probably, I don't know, 10,000 seater audience. Like, there are 10,000 cheers, but there's only one member of the audience, and it's just this sort of figure, sort of wearing a blue hoodie and an orange beanie, and they're sort of just clapping.
Shia LaBeouf.
Madonna? Is that 2022 Madonna? Girl, what are you doing here?
The figure blips out of existence and then just blips right beside you,
Oh shit.
and it's 2020 Madonna. Just like, well done.
Wow. Madonna, you look real good. Did you do something to your hair?
Yes.
Is that a...
Probably.
Thank you for noticing. Yeah.
No, I couldn't help but notice it, actually. It's good. No, it's good. Oh,
You've
yeah,
got a
sounds like-
beautiful voice, but it could be better.
It could be. And you know what makes that better? Oh, practice makes it better.
No, that's what they say, but we both know that's not true.
What are you talking about? Some throat exercises, some warm-ups? I heard that a Milo
just-
beforehand. It's pretty
No,
good.
no. Just one one little sacrifice a year.
My legs.
No, not even you. Somebody else.
Oh, phew.
Doesn't matter. Just somebody has to die, and you get all the talent and power that you ever wanted.
Is it like a one-off thing, or is this like a subscription thing? Do I have to keep this up?
Yeah.
One payment?
Do you want to keep? As long as you want the power.
Can I ask? So I want to know if there's reviews or something that I can see. Like,
Oh,
who else have
everybody.
you worked with? Have you done like share
Oh.
as well?
Yes, all the greats.
You even did share.
Yeah.
What about so there's this girl and she's coming up like big in town. She's doing real good, and her name's Celeste, but I just call her Etsy. What about her? As well?
You mean the diva? She was one of mine until she broke contract.
Oh no, not her. Yeah, I mean like I didn't trust her anyway because she blew up Jam Store, and so
That was the giant, if I remember.
Yeah, but she was responsible. It's not. I mean, like, if you tell a dog who is loyal to you to go and bite somebody, whose fault is it? Am I right?
Oh yeah.
Cool. All right. Okay. So, what I want to know, because there's this girl, right? And her name is Celeste, and she's not the diva. This is a different one.
Oh, all right, sure.
It's her sister, right?
Yeah, let's go with
And
that.
Did you do the whole family?
I did the diva.
You did the. I don't want to know about that. I'm asking about voices, you silly, dirty, filthy. Okay, so. Okay. So. What about So, I knew this girl and she could brew a good cup of tea. Oh no, I forgot her name. Anyway, so what about you? Do you have any talents?
In the meantime, I turn to Shrike and, well, Paul is gone. Problem solved. Back at the theatre somewhere in outer somewhere space.
Shrike and Solstice.
Yeah.
You see one of the Chris's heads just collapsing on itself.
God fuck damn it.
Again.
Problem's not solved. How do we get her back?
So Paula, just one little sacrifice and it can all be yours.
One little eeny, meeny, miny, mo sacrifice. Well, 2022 Madonna, I've got a couple of questions to ask you. Is there any T's and C's or fine print?
Just sacrifice one person a year, and that's all I
year?
ask.
Bloody hell. Can it be anyone?
Anyone.
And how do I sacrifice them exactly?
Oh, well. You kill them, and
How?
then just however you want. Free choice is yours.
Okay, so
All I
like,
ask is that one person a year dies at your hand.
So it's like a death note or something. Do you give me the means?
No, I
Oh,
give you the
fuck off.
talent and the power. It's for you to figure that out on your own.
That's,
I mean,
that's
you're an intelligent, beautiful, talented woman.
and young.
I'm sure it wouldn't be so hard for you to find somebody.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've found lots of people before. But anyway, okay, no, this is a very, it's an ethical quandary of multiple, multitudes, isn't it? Oh, okay. Right, I might have to. Are you sure that Celeste? Oh, hold on. Who else is there? What about Solstice? Have you ever worked with them?
No,
What about Shrike? You heard
not
about
one
them?
of mine.
No. What about Bob?
Oh, I've been trying to recruit Bob for years. The little bastard won't take my calls.
What about Jim and Tim? Surely they would have.
No, they're not talent.
They're beneath Bob.
How dare you!
It's me, I'm spent. I got nothing left.
was one of mine. Chris, and Chris weren't.
Oh god.
Oh, okay. Was that Chris with the Q or the Chris Smith?
He just passed, unfortunately.
Oh, he just passed. Oh, did broke his contract as well, I suppose.
Well, head bludgeoned and will break contract, yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, because he just died. Oh, right, he just passed. Wait, no, he didn't. He's still alive. I was just out there.
Oh, I assure you, he's dead. And you just see Chris without a head just show up right beside you.
Oh, hello, Chris. Where's your head at? Basement check.
Shrugs.
Available on iTunes.
Just shrugs and then disappears.
Oh, wow. Okay. And was that a sacrifice? Did he get sacrificed?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Why did he dead then?
I don't know. I don't really bother with the affairs of mortals, apart from these
What a-
contracts and deals.
Okay. So why did he show up here then?
Oh, he was one of mine, and then he died, so I took him.
Okay. So
Oh,
he
I
just
get your
sort of-
soul, by the way. I forgot to
He
mention that. Oh, I'm sorry. The little things to slip through.
You keyed his soul like a car. How you key a car when you're mad at your ex?
Oh, no. He's just one of my eternal slaves in the afterlife forever. You know, just
Oh,
small pish posh.
see, that's something that I think you might have put in the T's and C's.
Oh, most people don't ask about it.
What about Glennis? Is she one of yours?
Oh, yes.
Oh, what did she give you? Like, terrible tea making skills or something? She wanted to know how to make a good cup of tea because she was doing that week.
Oh, you don't. Do you really want to know what Glennis asked for?
Yeah, I'm keen. I would like a bit of a gossip as much as the next skill.
Oh, she asked for manipulation. She's one of my best recruiters. Like, people flock to her like a flame.
Oh,
She
don't know
is.
actually.
Everybody loves Glennis. You can't not. Didn't you notice that?
Nah, because I went to her house and she had lots of different jams. Oh no, she did have the Black Taurus jam though.
She did,
I don't
didn't she?
know.
She knew what you liked.
She did actually. Oh my gosh. Did she actually ask for that, or did she ask for hospitality? Because I'm thinking she might have asked for hospitality, if you know what I mean.
She asked
Very
for
hospitable.
friends. And she has many, many friends.
Wow, bloody hell. Okay. Can I sleep on it? Because
Oh, take all the time you need, but
no, I
You
don't
know
need
how
all
to-
the time.
you know how to contact me. I've got
I
my
do.
eye on you.
Okay, you've been
And then they just-
keeping an eye on me.
Blink from like one side and then just blink to your other side, but they look exactly like you.
Madonna! What just happened?
Oh,
Madonna?
forget Madonna. The big hit is Paula. Everyone
Yeah, I know.
loves Paula.
Oh shit, yeah, they do. They do. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they're all just
Wow.
calling your name in the streets. You're
Paula.
selling out stadiums. World tour.
World tour.
Millions of fans.
Oh my
The
god.
merchandising, right? Then your top just is replaced by this just beautiful gown that is like Paula
Orange.
#1 big heart.
You got Paula written across the back.
Yes.
Orange. No one's gonna forget my name with this.
And you just see the audience just fill up with like everyone you know, just all Paula. Like all your aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, like extended family, everyone you grew up with, everyone you went to school with, everyone you've ever worked with, everybody you've ever met from every town you've ever seen, just all just filling this audience, just stretching out to the horizon, just all calling your name.
Oh, Mum, Dad. Oh, the lady who makes the bacon and egg pies at the Copper Kettle in Tolaka Bay. Oh my gosh, you're all here.
Come, you.
Oh, oh, this feels good.
I knew you
I'm
had
not-
it in you. I never
Oh.
doubted you for a second.
Honestly, it's probably your bacon and egg pies that got me here. Oh, okay.
It's all
I'll
you,
sign
girl.
it.
It's all you.
I'll sign it.
Cool. Just a contract just right in front of you, and just like a quill.
It won't cost much, just your voice. Yep. I'm gonna find it.
Cool.
I've got my pen as well. Look, it's got a little fluffy at the end.
Nice.
Paula, aka Auntie, aka Cuz, aka Auntie Cuz.
Cool.
There you go.
The contract will take into effect the first life you take.
Okay, so what happens if I don't do it? You gonna kill me? You gonna kill me? You gonna?
You saw what happened to the diva.
Oh, she's pretty glamorous. I could go out like that, but maybe not in a year. I'm still young.
Wow.
Yeah.
You kill for me, and I won't have to come for you.
Okay. Righto. Okay, no, we'll do that. I'll get you a year for your first death. Oh, you're gonna be surprised that's gonna be as well. You've probably been watching them as well. I'm gonna.
You have 365 days.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna need an hour. Watch this.
Oh!
Oh, watch out! Oh, she slipped.
And it all just vanishes, and you're back. And Shriek and Celeste, you just see Paula just re-evaporate.
So do you
Just
want to
in
go
the
and get a
backyard, just
drink?
like
Yeah.
stabbing wildly. Trying
It's
to
only
find
been-
one of those invisible things again.
It's only been like 2 seconds.
It's been long
Oh.
enough to say the problem's gone.
yeah.
Yeah, you've said the problem's gone, Chris's head has collapsed, and then Paula's back.
Oh. Yesterday.
So far away. Kia ora, Solstice.
Oh, are you okay?
Where did you go?
Oh, you wouldn't believe it. I was in Auckland, New Zealand, 2022 at the Civic Theatre. Everyone was calling my name. Kia ora, Paula. Kia ora, Paula. I knew you could do it. Oh, you look so young and thin and pretty. Awesome.
Paula, roll me a perception.
Oh, perception. Okay. 14.
Yep. You see Celeste, who I'm assuming you've had like half an eye on this entire time. Head just collapsed.
Yeah,
Roll initiative.
What was that? Yeah, it wasn't her.
Yeah.
Faces.
14.
16.
16 as well.
Who's got the highest dex?
Mine's +2.
Mine is the number 14.
Cool.
Oh, same. So-
Rollies.
Sure.
Sure.
I got an 18.
You beat me by 1. 17.
Yeah. Alrighty. I'll go first.
Cool. Yep. Paula, what's your AC?
11. Like my dress size. Kia ora.
Cool.
Insight check. I believe it.
Yeah, is that zone of truth still?
Yeah. It's an area code of truth.
Cool. You can take 20 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, no deal. No deal.
As just something just smacks straight into your face.
Oh,
Which means Shrike is next.
Okay. I pull out the pike again, and I'm just gonna try and stab at wherever this thing might be. If I just saw it slap Paula. And I will bonus action. Oh wait, no. Bonus action rage, and I will use reckless attack.
Cool.
And I'll bring the tail out again this time.
Yep.
Boop. Thank God for advantage. 22 to hit.
Which, yeah.
Oh wait, sorry, no. Wait, I did that wrong. I rolled twice. I forgot that I would have disadvantage, because let me roll that again. Boop. Okay, 17 to hit.
Still hits.
Cool. And this one is 25, so even better. I'll reroll it. Yeah. For 32 points of piercing damage from 2
Lovely.
attacks. And I will, just look at Paula and be like, "Did you find anything out?" And then that's
Yeah,
it.
I did. I found it all out.
That's me.
Cool. Solstice.
I want to use an action to cast Fairy Fire once again.
Yep.
Um,
What's the save?
it is a DC 16, I believe. Yes.
And it's
Dexterity.
Dex?
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
And that's targeted around the area where I saw it. If I can avoid... No, I probably can't. What's the reach on your weapon? On your
10
pike?
feet.
10 feet? So you're about 10 feet away, right?
Yeah.
It's more of a glitter explosion towards Paula and the creature. And less covering Shrike and myself. I don't know if Isabella gets caught up in that.
She will. She's now all glowy.
Fantastic. And then as a bonus action, I stomp my feet down hard into the dirt and the soil climbs up over me and I turn into a large earth elemental.
Yeah.
Nice. This thing's still invisible, by the way.
I have tremor sense now, if that helps me.
What does Tremor Sense do?
I can feel things moving on the ground within 60 feet.
Awesome. You don't feel anything.
Fantastic.
Except for all the people that you already know exist.
Excellent. Well, that means I can sift them out from the problems. I do have some more senses as a earth elemental. Let me just confirm if any of them are any good to me. No, that's only dark vision, so that's okay. I already had that. And that's the end of my turn.
Awesome. Paul, you're up.
I'm gonna be like, Chris, knock it off. Okay, can I see Glennie?
Roll perception.
That's an 8.
No, it's a big crowd.
Okay, I'm gonna use my turn to.
You do see 4 Chris's just like crying over their fallen Chris.
Oh, you guys, stop it! I'll get my wand out again. I'm just gonna start singing, and it's gonna be an homage to Glennie. Glennie made the best cups of tea. Where is she? Come to me. It's real good as well.
It's really good.
What were you trying to do?
Trying to sing out loud as well because I've gonna project with my diaphragm, and so what's gonna happen is I'm hoping that singing out is gonna make her wanna come to me because I've just honored her and homaged her.
Roll a persuasion, I guess.
Ooh. 26.
You catch a glimpse of Glennis in the crowd.
Oh, Glennie, come here, come here. I've got some news to show you.
She sees you and runs.
Okay, goes to Chris present. You're gonna have to cut that out for a little bit because we're gonna go chase an old lady down. She only walks 5 feet per second or whatever the heck.
No, she is booking it like 30 feet.
What?
All right, I'm just like, it's the jam all along. And then I'm just gonna run if I am allowed to.
Hell yeah.
What's your speed?
30 as well.
Yeah, she's about 60 feet in front of you.
All right, I'm just gonna. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna try and keep on her ass.
Okay. Which... Ooh. Cool. Yep, Shrike. You're up.
Oh, okay.
You feel a gust of wind breeze past you.
Okay. So the moment that I see the moment that Paula starts shouting after Glennis, I just like turn around and I'm gonna use my full action to dash. And then I've also because I have the type of bestial soul that I have at the moment is that when I jump, I can make an athletics check and extend my jump by the number of feet equal to that check.
Oh, brilliant. She's about 100 feet away from you, so that's what you're working with.
Great. Basically, just so that I don't have to deal with any of the crowd. Like, I just want to full leap over the crowd.
Cool. Well, you're intimidating enough. They will get out of your way.
Yeah. Well, that's also good. So that's a full dash. Do I want to do a full dash? Yeah. She's 100 feet away, you said?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna run at her, and I'm gonna try and run past Paula. And as I'm running past Paula, I'm gonna say, "Hey, can you just slap me real quick?" Great.
Ah, Ben!
Thanks. So I can move my full 80 feet and hopefully not lose my rage.
Sure.
I want to change what I said. Snap out of it.
Yes.
Oh god.
And then I will also, because I still have a bonus action this turn, I will do my shifter shift so that I get some extra temp hit points and my AC goes up by 1, so it's now 16.
Awesome.
That's me.
Cool. So you moved 80 feet.
Yeah.
Awesome. Solstice.
My shoulders drop as I realize it's time to chase, and as my shoulders drop, these giant stony shoulders, I sink down into the ground and I drift 60 feet at a full dash towards the pursuit, chasing after Glennis. So I avoid everyone. How far away is Paula from me?
I was saying you would pretty much be on a group, so she would have been about 30, 40 feet from where you started.
Okay. As I glide under the rocks, my head pops up. Don't worry, Paula. I'm the dirt beneath your feet. And I drift back down and carry on for my 60 feet movement, trying to catch up to Glennis.
Cool.
this
So
way.
you're about 40 feet away from Glennis?
Yeah.
Cool. Paula.
Okay. I'm going to use my full movement and I'm just going towards, I was just like, ooh. And then I'm about to cast a spell. I'm going to get to the end of my movement and I'll be like, you poor unfortunate mole. And I'm going to, at level 5, cast a Hunger of Hadar on her. I was like, so old, full of lies, gonna catch you, gonna beat you, then you're gonna get surprised, gonna gag you, gonna tie you, gonna catch you, you can't hide, you poor unfortunate mole. And then there's octopus, like, tentacles are just gonna, like, grow out and just gonna jab at her.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
So do I need to make a save for that, or?
Let me bring that up. It's a... No, yes, it is a dexterity 17 saving throw.
Cool. She is nimble. you just see these tentacles trying to grasp her, and she is like just dodging out of the way and leaping over them, and like, just doing forward rolls and everything like that. These tentacles, as much as they're trying to, grapple her, like she's sprightly.
Okay, so the void creates a warp in the fabric of space, and the area is a difficult terrain. Any creature that starts its turn in the area. Okay, so it just can stay up and. Yeah, alright. So, oh wait, so it's a. Okay, so I assume that. So it appears there, and so. If she. So it's a 20. It's a 20-foot radius sphere.
Yep.
So it is around her at the moment, and so she starts her turn there, and then she'll take damage. Any creature that ends its turn in the area must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. So it is there, and at the start of her turn, she will take damage, and then at the end of her turn, she can make a dexterity save to get out of it.
How much damage?
2d6 cold damage at the start of her turn.
Cool. Do you want to roll that up?
Yep. Let me just. That is 9.
Awesome. Cool. You see her just freeze. Like she's dodging a tentacle and just she's now a human icicle.
Oh.
That's cold. That's cold. Yeah, I used all my movement, and I'm like, you guys! Ah! And that's my turn.
Cool. Yep. You feel this very strong gust of wind coming from behind you, and then you just see Glennis shatter. Just like something hit her, like really hard. And she just fragments. And then the wind dies down and dissipates and is gone.
I want to quietly, while the others are still catching up, I kind of want to sing softly to myself that same lullaby, and I'm like, that counts, right?
You hear a voice in your ear that just says, same time next year?
Yeah, okay. I could do that probably.
You now have a guaranteed success on your performance checks.
Nice.
This is an ominous premise to set up for Spedinki's participation in the yearly Yes Ed charity stream, but sure.
Hey, it's they didn't have to make the deal.
No, it's great.
Speaking of successes, automatic successes on performance checks.
It's an automatic 30.
Oh, automatic 30. Can I start crying?
Sure, if you want.
Make a performance check. Oh, wait.
Oh, you guys.
You, one of the Chris's is just going to put their arm around you and also be like just bawling his eyes out and be like, I know. It couldn't have happened to a nicer person.
I know.
And
nice.
you just see this faint blue visage of just like the most strikingly beautiful elven woman that you've ever seen, like just appear in front of you and just say, thank you, and then just fade off into the ether.
Get out of here.
Wearing a very simple yet elegant, just tight-fitting white dress.
Wait, thank you yourself. Get up. Oh.
And then you just hear this sort of half orcish sort of grunt, being like, What am I doing outside? Why am I not the... What? Why am I here?
Oh my God, Chris!
I skidded to a stop outside the Hunger of Hader where we see this person explode. Like,
I rise out of the earth, and you hear the sound of dozens of boulders rolling down a hill in a far-off mountain. And then I realize that you can't understand me, so I turn back into Solstice. I think I know what this means, Paula.
Oh, I'm talented and skinny, but what is it all worth, Solstice? What is it all worth?
You see Paula, and she just looks just gorgeous, like absolutely stunning. Like
Nothing's changed. I'm still under zone of truth. No, I'm not. But I'm not lying.
Like all four of the Chris's are just like, hey. So what are you doing after this? Do you wanna come to Glennis's funeral with me?
No.
Don't hook up at a funeral. Yeah. Come on now.
I'm too sad.
They're grieving.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it might be like a winter event because this might be a winter event because that's Crisco.
Oh, Boise.
Oh, I feel like as Hunger of Hader drops, it's gonna look like these tentacles are gonna go away, and it's gonna look like a mermaid's tail, like swishing and then gold.
Oh, stunning! Yeah.
What the? Did you do that? Did one of you do that?
Yeah, it was me. I had to. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna get out my wand of smiles. Oh, you guys, it was terrible. As I've got a huge smile on.
One of the Chris's just pats, just like, thank you for putting on a brave face. It means a lot.
One for you as well. And I'll wave my wand.
Thank you.
So disconcerting.
How many charges are left? Has it turned into a wand of frowns yet?
Oh, I think that might have been the last one. Oh, I've got to. Oh no, okay, so I've got to roll a d20, and then if I get a nat 1, then it turns into that. It's an 18, it's still fine.
Good, golden.
We're good.
Don't use it to the morning. Or do.
It's a party.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll frown if we want to.
I found out some terrible information.
Oh, really?
Right?
Yeah. Oh, you know me, I was very interrogative. And I went to this place, and it was a beautiful theatre, Auckland Civic Theatre it was. Not sponsored, but we will take donations, kia ora. And what else was there? Lots of everyone that I knew. And then who else was there? All these souls started popping up. I knew Chris was dead before I knew Chris was dead. And I was there, and I was like a Ceres. I was like Future Seer. I was like the Weather Girls. And so I was seeing all this coming. I saw these storms. I saw what was happening. And then he says to me, yep, I'm responsible for Cher. This fella that was there. Madonna 2022. And I think it started out Deline Sion. But anyway, going on and keeping to the program, to the kaupapa, here we go. Hurricanes. I did the diva hurricanes, those were word for word verbatim. And then also, what else had happened is, I was just like, why is there all these heads at this party having a good old pop? And he was like, I don't know, I'm not going to tell you nothing. And then I was like, oh, 2022 Madonna, you shifty liar. And then what else happened from there? I'm going to tell you. So here he was, and he's like, I'm going to put some wisdom in your head. Sign this contract. And I was like, I've got a few questions to ask. First, these T's and C's need to be explained. These F's, A's, and Q's, all the abbreviations, acronyms, and alphabets that you can think of. And then he's like, Paulo, you're gorgeous, you're thin, you're young, you're pretty, you're hot, you're gorgeous and thin. And I was just like, thank you, tell me something I don't know. And then what he reckons next? It's going to shock you, and it's going to anger dermatologists everywhere. he reckons
At this
That
point,
he's
I like to
been-
think that Paul is holding the Fade to Black from closing.
the credits are starting to roll, and then he
You're like,
reckons
get out of here,
Glennie-
you over my face.
Stop it, producers, executive producers, casting directors. Anyway, sorry, hold on, let me just hold it up. Oh, he reckons Glennie has been doing some manipulation, and that's how she know that I like Black Taurus jam. And it all leads back to the jam. It starts with the jam, it ends with the jam. All about jam.
So it wasn't the diva then.
No, it wasn't Diva, it was Glennie. And that's why I was just trying to, and I was having to sing to her. And then I had to Little Mermaid her ass.
You could almost say that was a purple herring.
Oh. Is that a fish
You
as
could
well?
say that, Waffles.
But you shouldn't.
I do have an idea about why they're. Maybe they were headlining acts that got cut.
Oh.
No, I'm the headlining act. I'm the only headlining
Fade
act.
to Black.
And then after the credits roll,
The
there's
stinger.
another scene before the music.
Yeah.
Nick Fury shows up.
We're all sitting around the feast table.
Sick to death of these goddamn snakes on this goddamn train.
Oh.
But at the end of the day, you guys, cut. Hold on, new take. At the end of the day, you guys. Sorry. At the end of the day, you guys, I didn't make any deal, and I'm not about to make a deal. Swear on my life. See, zone of truth. Swear on my life. Honestly,
You're the
if I
only
break
one
that
that can
promise,
tell.
I'll be dead in 365 days.
You're the only one that can tell when people are lying in a zone of truth.
You don't know anything.
To be continued.
As far as you're aware, she's telling the truth very convincingly. Her performance is spot on. You can't find fault.
What have you done to us, Waffles?
God.
Oh my god.
Cool.
Amazing.
The final. You see
Second stinger.
Bob and the trench coat approach you like, so we're gonna need some more staff, and security, I guess. You guys seem pretty tough. Would you mind, escorting the troop to stage?
Where to?
To stage.
Stage is another city.
You haven't heard of stage?
No,
It's-
I live in the woods alone.
Oh, it's the place where the performance happens.
I'm not performing.
In about 3 months, surely you would have heard of the performance.
Oh.
In 3 months, everyone goes to stage and they do the performance.
Sure. Stick with us. We'll try and get you there.
Fuck
Thank you.
no. I just grab a bunch of food. I just grab a bunch of food and leave.
A wise
sure.
friend once told me, can you tell me about the T's and C's? And it fades to black.
Yes. As they're just pulling out a contract as the
No cold words
credits
were had
roll.
during the
Yep.
making of this adventure.
Yeah. Chris played by Chris Evans. Chris played by Chris Player. Chris
Oh my god.
That was fantastic.
That was so good. Thank you,
Thank you.
Waffles.
Thank you very much.
Trust me, it's-
You're welcome.
Oh my god.